am making pancakes and I'm using the Pulver's mix here. You just add water, very easy. So it's ready mixed up. What I will use is I will use the this kind of electric, hot plate. So what I do, I put it on number six here, and this is one of those, can't fail pancake mix. You just add water to it and mix it, and it should be good. Yeah, it starts to heat up, so it's delicious buttermilk pancakes. Prepare 3 minutes, fry 2 to 4 minutes, make 7 pancakes. I have a little bit oil here with me. Oh yeah, it starts to heat up. I just put a little bit oil in here. Okay, I have no idea how this is going to go. So I just open it up. Oh, that was a bit pressure coming out there. And then I just add the pancake mix here. So far so good here. It's kind of it's actually quite exciting to make this video here because it's so seldom I actually cook. Okay, I actually think this could not end in a disaster. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, it is cooking. I wanted to show you guys. Look. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. See, you can. Oops. It was a bit hot there, but. Yeah. I have it on maybe. What temperature I have it on? 5, maybe I put it on 6, a little bit hotter. Oh, this is good. Oh, by the way, I was thinking that with the pancakes I would then have the pu'er tea. This is actually quite interesting. This pu'er tea cost me $4.95 because I was buying it from the Salvation Army store. Somebody had donated the pu'er tea, and when I saw this box, I grabbed it immediately because I actually know how good this is. I will open the box and I will show you if I can get it to show you here. Here you can see that it's individually wrapped this kind of small cake. Instead of being one big cake, this is smaller ones, and in a way that's really good because some color. See, oh. Yeah, I'm trying to cook pancakes here without having a disaster. Oh, this is good. I think it's actually ready. I have a plate here, so. I just put a little bit oil here, just a little bit oil too. Okay, we are ready for the next one then. I think there's another here. Yeah. Now when we're cooking this, I remember that when I was in high school, we was having the home economics, and this was very important because the high school wanted to teach the kids skills how to cook. You know, some families they don't teach the kids how to cook, or they even some families don't eat together, and I remember now when I was there was one time we was having pancakes, and the teacher made everybody making pancakes, and we was having different desks in a row. We were like 7 or 8 guys cooking pancakes the same time, and we had this kind of smaller pancake, this kind or maybe a little bit smaller than this one, but the you know the what is it, the pancake pot, not pot, but yeah, the pan that we were frying the pancakes was quite thin, and then I can't remember which of the guys say, hey guys, look, I can flip the pancake, and it went up and down, and I catched it. Yeah, and then you know, of course, everybody then had to outdo each other. You know, look at me, I can flip it, and you know, this far away from the the pan, and then there was one guy there that I guess he was a little bit like a larrikin, and I sort of always had to be a prankster. I said, "Oh, that's nothing, boys. Look at me," and he took it and he really whacked it, and the pancake it just shoot up and disappear. And said, "Where did your pancake go?" And we all look up, and it's stuck in the ceiling. This is a true story. Yeah, it just he took the pancake and he flipped it so fast, so it just flew up, and it happened to be like the sticky side that came to came in contact with the ceiling, and the ceiling was painted concrete. So when that happened, the teacher, that was a stern old lady, was having the back against us. I said, "Oh, should nobody says anything. Nobody saw anything." And we then we then continued to make the pancakes there. And yeah, it was so funny. That's one of the memories I remember from school, that we made a pancake and it kind of got stuck in the ceiling there, and and it really glued itself there. The end of the lesson, kind of like, oh shoot, it's still stuck up there in the ceiling. It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. Yeah, I just started my schooling in Steiner School, but then at the first grade I still had difficulty to read and write, so my parents, they took me out of Steiner School and they put me into one of these special classes, and you know, like these special classes, well, we were kind of like labeled slow. So I was there with the slow guys. Like today, you know, we would have been all put on medication or something because we had ADD, HDD, couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't concentrate, and yeah, so we. Oh yes, this is good now. So we okay okay, one of my stories that I was not gonna tell, but I might as well tell you. We was having this teacher that was kind of like quite emotional, and I think she was single, and she sort of had really difficulty to kind of manage us because we was kind of like this kind of unruly class, and this was the time when you had those LP records, big 45, you know, records, and what we had the sort of gramophone, you know, in the classroom, and we maybe I told this story before in some of my videos, but I might as well, you know, tell it again. You know, we had this gramophone there, and we were always teasing the teacher, and she would then burst into crying, and she would run out of the classroom, and she was wait outside And the deal was that I'm so terrible. The deal was that we was going to go out from the classroom, say apology to the teacher, and then the teacher would come into the class and continue the lesson. But that never happened. When she ran out crying and hysterical, she slammed the door after herself, so we were by ourselves in the classroom. And we had those LP records, and we had one of those old-time rock and roll records like, Buddy Holly, and I think Elvis Presley or whoever, but it was kind of like a real rock and roll. So we put the rock and roll record on and we cranked up the music and said rock around the clock, yeah. And we were just like saying, this is cool. We got rid of the teacher, and the teacher rips up the door and say, turn off the music. Okay, teacher. Okay. We continue where we was left over. Was it mathematics or history or religion? So where do the Hindus go, after they die? Well, they go to Nirvana, teacher. And we are already there. Boys. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna flip it so it stacks up there in the ceiling. Yeah, what can I do? What can I say? Like we were a bit naughty, and now when I'm older and I think about how we were tormenting our teacher, so she was every day crying. I really feel remorse, and I feel guilty, and how could we give her such a hard time? But it was so fun because we had that gramophone there, and we had that really cool rock and roll record that when you turn up the volume, it sounded really good. So yeah, this is what memories come up when I'm now making pancakes here, and maybe I get a little bit redemption from the school days. We just were so naughty, so we were just driving, especially that teacher. It was so nice to tease her. Just like, how could we do it? A minute. But now, of course, now today, like it would be like the teacher would get like therapy and compensation, and just get sick leave and counseling for the emotional trauma I think I can do one more after this year. I mean, it's just, yeah, but yeah, we were just thinking it was fun to see if we can make the teacher cry to death. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but from my schooling days, there were subjects that I really liked, and subjects I had very big difficulties with, like subjects I had great difficulties was, reading and writing, and if you watch some of my earlier videos, I have a video about my schooling. Guess how old I was when I learned to read and write? 11 years old. Yeah, 11 years old. Like that was. I changed school again, and I went into a different school, and this school was special teachers from Sweden. In the local village where I was living, they sort of had a special school or class there for kids like me. And I remember I went there daytime, did the normal schooling, and then I think it was from 7 to 8 or 7 to 9, I had special classes at home from one of the teachers, and we were sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen table, and I had these special books, but what was quite interesting is that when I was coming there, she had covered a normal chair with newspaper. I don't know why, but I was sitting down on the chair in the kitchen, and it was kind of like, instead of a blanket, it was covered with newspapers. And this broke a little bit, but I think it's still good. Now, why she had covered the chair with newspaper, I just have no clue. I really don't know why she was covering the chair with newspaper. It was just like I would have some kind of, what do you call it, lice or some disease or something. But no, it was just it was just yeah, well, it was a bit, should we say, a little bit eccentric, the setting there in the kitchen, but then the books I had was kind of books where I learned to say mama, and it was ma, and then pa, and then then a little bit was having like 3-4 times a week this special teaching plus then at home I was then studying by with my mom. So guys, here the pancakes comes. So where did this severe difficulty come then? Then you know that I just at the age 11 I could learn to read and write like normal kids. Well, it comes out that I had severe dyslexia. I mean, real bad. When I read and when I write, I can still have moments where dyslexia come in and just make it difficult. I will give you one example. When I'm writing my online notes every evening after I've been working, I go out and support my clients that have schizophrenia, and then I need to write notes about what was actually happening during the support, and I write it. My brain is saying, yeah, you write it, but then just before I was going to close the notes up, I reread it, and words are missing. I mean, like yesterday. Yesterday I was thinking, hey, didn't I write the word? Yeah, I write it, but I can't say it. So my brain tricked me to think that I was writing the word, but the same thing happened. That's when you write. But then when you read, it can be the same thing. It's just the how would I say? Sometimes I read and I get the opposite meaning. Like example, he went to the shop, and then it's written, but then I read, he did not go to the shop. Oh. When I was older, I started to then understand that, hey, I'm not alone. And I put in here some famous people that have and struggle with dyslexia, and example like Richard Branson. He's supposed to having difficulties, and the Swedish king Carl Gustav, apparently we can't write his own name. Now, this is what I heard. I can't say that is 100%, but years ago I was on a tour in Stockholm, and it went well. And I went into the king's castle, and they sort of had a tour there, and they was very knowledgeable, and then after the tour I just politely asked the the tour operator there about the king that, and I said like hey, I had dyslexia, maybe still suffering it, and I also understand that the king himself, has dyslexia, and I was just asking how is the king doing, because like hey, I'm just a normal commoner, but if you are the king, you know you should be able to have all the different the best teachers and best supports, and they said well the king is working on it, and yeah, well, it start to look really good now. Maybe one more minute and it's good. Yes. Funny what making pigs brings up old memories here. Yes, like when you look at people that had the same kind of struggles like you kind of understand that you're not alone. You're not alone, and like look at Richard Branson, like he all the companies and the businesses he has, and how successful he has become. Here we have Pancakes. Now, oh, this smells divine. Yeah, and this is the mulberries from my own mulberry tree here, and then going to have some honey, and of course then whipped cream. But before I start here, I just want to make a little bit poor tea and just take one of the poor tea cakes. Oh, this smells so good. And this is made so well. Just so yeah. See if I can open this like the poor tea's fermented tea, and oh, this is good. this smells so strong. Oh, this smells good. I just add some hot water to this and it will be really good. Oh yeah, like this seems to be a really good pu'er tea, this one. Okay. And of course, for the new viewers, this is my favorite cup. Try to be normal. Toughest 30 seconds of my life. Yeah, this is a teapot and you can actually get them from Etsy. See if I can. I normally spill a lot when I do this. Okay, this went well, this time really well. Okay, put it a little bit on the side. And I have my trusted whippy here. Now these ones, these mulberries I just have. I have so many mulberries that when I drive my car under them, the mulberry tree, they get squashed or then they get stuck on the windscreen. But these are really good ones. Now we have the Cloverdale Tasty Sweet Pure Honey made by nature. This is really nice pancake. Okay, this is delicious. Pancakes can be good with ice cream too. every day when I come home from work, I am eating these mulberries here from my tree, and I think it was a year or two ago that I had so many mulberries too. So you know, I was asking my neighbor to come over help eat the mulberries because we were, you know, if you know about mulberries, they sort of have that kind of deep red stain. So yeah, it's just yeah, so with the neighbors we were eating and we were just having our mouth was stained, you know, because I had been away on holiday and the mulberries been a long time on the tree, so they was really big, plumpy and juicy, like much more juicier than these ones, like bigger than these ones. Our hands would stained and we was kind of having this red ring about, you know, around my mouth, and you know, it was so funny. My neighbor said it wasn't me, it wasn't me. You know, how can you say when you're gonna stain? I was looking at my garden this morning and I picked the first really big tomato, like this big one. We'll have it with the dinner tonight. I need to try the tea. Oh yeah, this is a deep, strong flavor. This one. The pu'er tea is Chinese, I think you call fermented tea, and helps with, you know, losing weight and you know, blood pressure or whatever. With the pu'er teas, like you generally like to buy aged pu'er tea. Like the older pu'er teas, like the more special, rare, and the more expensive it is. this is so filling already. I just need to eat some of the mulberries here because they're we basically have more mulberries than we can eat. It's sort of like the nature's abundance. Oh, this is good. It is nice with a little treat now and then. And I think this came out really well. Nice. Okay. Sounds like the whippy is almost finished here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just squirted. Well, you are ripe for retirement. increase that every year. I could put a little bit of honey on top of this. I feel so happy, I feel so content, I just feel so good. You know, a little bit like a little bit treat here. And what is nice for me is I made it myself. Just had this simple, easy. Easy mix with water, made by White Wings. Just add the water. Well, sounds good to me. I think I'm drifting over there to the food nirvana here, like. In my younger years, I was really interested to become a chef, but through high school we had 2 weeks workplace practice, and it just showed me that it was like 3 shifts, and I didn't like that kind of thing because there was a lot of other the interest I had, so I gave it a miss. However, I still enjoy making food. I still enjoy cooking food. It's running away. Yeah, it is good to have skills. You know, when you have salt things. Like example how to change a washer in the tap that is leaking. Maybe first time you do it is you kind of wonder how to do it, but when you've done it a few times it's easy. And that's what I find with other skills too, that when you get a little bit practice, you get that experience, and then it becomes easy. Oh boy, boy. I knew in Woolworths when I was walking past this bottle. Delicious buttermilk pancake mix. Just that water that you had to come with me back home. And that poor tea is just incredible good. So guys, today we had pancakes. Pancakes that you just mix with water. Shake it well, and then you just fry them, and you can have them with like a whipping cream or honey. And if you have mulberries, you can use those ones too. Yeah, and this is the willy wagtail here outside. The birds even go into the trees to eat the mulberries, which is good because we just have so many of them that we just can't eat them all ourselves. And here we had the poor tea that was just out of this world. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching making pancakes ASMR today. It was fun. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There's plenty space left. It would be fantastic to get the channel one day to 5,000. Today we are 3,208 subscribers. Okay, take care. Let's catch up on next video and have a good one. See you. Bye.